Greetings, it's 6:30 p.m. in the UK and as usual we are streaming live. I wasn't sure whether or not to come on tonight simply because today is Easter Sunday. So I know that there'll be lots of people doing lots of things with their families, and may I start by wishing you all a very happy Easter. I hope you've had a good day. As you can see by my colour, I've been out in the sunshine for 2 whole days. Now that we're able to meet in gardens, we've had friends over and we've really made the most of the garden. So it's been incredible weather. We didn't expect to have great weather, but there we are. So here it is. A very happy Easter to you. This is a Hairy Dog. It's a very local brewery to me. And it's tasty stuff. I hope you're all good, hope you're all well, and I hope you're in for some fun tonight. I'll only make it a short one because it is the Easter weekend, and I'm sure you've probably got more important things to do than watch me on Easter Sunday. So we have got just the one video tonight. I'm going to save the viewers' guitars until next time. And so we'll have double bubble next time when it comes to it. And tonight we're going to ask the question that should never be asked. And yeah, I asked it. I had to ask it, didn't I? I had to go and ask it. What a silly thing to do. So yeah, that's what we're going to do tonight. I'm going to dive on over in just a second and see who we've got in. But it's going to be a short show. It will probably be nearer the 30 minutes than the 60 minutes. Unless, of course, we all go crazy on chatting about tonight's topic. Let's go over and check out who we've got in. Let's have a little look. There's 39 of you and 14 likes so far. Thank you so much, everybody. Right, I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way tonight. I'm going to go through and I'm going to find those of you that have said hello. Trevor Lock, evening. Yep, I'm in early. And Flirt on the chat will get you. Good to see you, man. Hello, Jack Collins. William De Silva. I don't know why that message is held. I've obviously got no moderators in yet. So, hey, morning, Mike. Got my Vola last week. Great axe. Awesome, man. Really pleased for you. Let me see who else. There's a lot of Trevor Lock and Jack Collins. Although I do have some CDSs. You've just done your first ever refret with stainless steel frets. Nice one, man, on your Aria STG, and it went very well. Really pleased for you. I love stainless steel frets, and I've never been brave enough to change them out for stainless myself, but one of the things I'm looking forward to doing if we start to get a little bit of momentum on Milton guitars again. Okay, Sean Hockey. Hey man, how you doing? He says, what's up, Mike? Just saying hello from us, Ohio, USA, my brother. What's up, brother? Good to see you in, and thanks so much for being in tonight. XMG saying hello to folks. How you doing? Mickey Settlemeyer. Hey, brother. Gil Lamb. Good to see you. And he says, cheers, Mike. Excellent. Budget Guitar Show. Hey, Johnny. How you doing? That's all good. Ray Pryke. Has to be Jimmy for him. Well, let's see what everyone's got to say. Oh, we have got a mod in. There he is, the big G. Good on you, man. Lovely to see you tonight, Gary. Really good to see you. Dennis Pointer. Hello from Dennis in Tulsa. Well, howdy. And there he is, my brother Grumpy Mike. How you doing, Mike? Great to see you in as well. Let's dive down. Ben Coombs is in the house. There he is. And I believe he's streaming with Aaron from the Orbis band tonight. Love that guy. Give him a big hug from me. a virtual one, of course. BC Rich 581, good to see you, man. Dave Lewis, hey brother, so good to see you in. Yetimatsi Night Cat, I hope I'm saying that right. And he's saying hello to Gary. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Who have I missed? Phil, yeah, good to see you, brother. Really good to see you. Excellent. I'm getting a yo mic from Ben now and a high CGS from Budget Guitar Show. The Lamb is in. Tool Thing Kev is in. Awesome. Fast Eddie VH is in. Now, who would you vote for, I wonder? Yeah. And Scott Guitars, my brother Dan. Dan, I've replied to your email, mate. And all ready. All cool. Sad, but ready. Gil Lamb. Hey, bro. Good to see you. Great Vanzini. There he is. Jake Lee. Hey, Mike and everyone. Those are some great slash tones. Well, thank you very much. I bet they sold a good few copies of Amplitube this week. Well, do you know what? I hope they did. It's a really, really nice bit of software. And by the way, folks, I don't think I mentioned in the video, you don't have to buy the full suite for X number of dollars. You can get the very basic Amplitube 5 suite for free, so you can try before you buy, and I don't think that's time limited or anything, so go over and check it out, because I'm pretty convinced that if you buy the free version, what am I on? If you get hold of the free version, I'm pretty sure that you'll start downloading some of the other guitar packs. You can mix and match, you see. You can get different packs and different tones, and it's just a really, really cool piece of software. I wouldn't have shown it otherwise. They very kindly sent it to me for free, so there's full disclosure. But hey, you know me, if I don't like it, I don't show it. No likey, no lighty. Okay, but thanks so much for that, Jake Lee. We've got Shote Benito Martinez Jr. wishing you and your family a blessed Easter. Blessed Easter to you as well, brother. Really great to see you. Grandpa Joe, woohoo! Good to see you as well, man. Excellent. Who have I missed? Who have I missed? James Mears. Did I say hello to my brother James Mears? And Hugh Caldwell. Great to see you as well. Graham Campbell. Hey. Brian M. Seen Eddie live in the 80s. Tony Smith. Jimmy for me. Because of his controller feedback, loved his use of wah-wah. Well, there you go. And Lamb says Amplitude is superb. The Fender 2-pack with a range of 57 tweed amps sounds absolutely tremendous. Do you know what? I have been noodling around on that pretty much every day this week. They sent it to me, and this is absolutely crazy, really, because I've had it about a month and a half. And I just hadn't got round to doing the demo for you guys. I had so many other things to do, you know, with all the guitars I've been showing, with the £100 guitar. Oh, by the way, you all seem to love the choice of the £100 guitar. So really, really happy about that. And I'm looking forward to doing some more work on it, because it is a really great modding platform, J&D Guitars. So again, really hoping you're enjoying that. I'm showing you some stuff that you want to see. So yeah, going back to that, I've been playing Amplitude all week, and because I finally got it working, I had to go backwards and forwards with them, because I'm a little bit of an old git when it comes to tech savviness. And so I had to ask, how do I get it to register? Because I could download the free version, but it just didn't seem to be showing me everything else. And I got the, I got a reminder of the serial code, and as soon as I put it in, boom, there it all was. So really, really enjoying it. I've played loads and loads of the tones. The Dimebag Darrell tones are really good. And my brother Gary has asked me to do some demonstration of that. So yeah, pretty sure that'll be coming up pretty soon, guys. Okay, what am I missing? What am I missing? Let's have a look. Oh, James, it has to be Jimmy for you, mate. Well, I knew that from your vote, brother. Rax Effects, Jimmy for him as well. Trevor says, I have Amplitube 4 free, but one day we'll definitely try version 5. Definitely try it out, man. Definitely. A lot of people have been asking me about the latency, and I've found such a tiny amount that you can hardly feel it. I mean, you know, with software, and I would even go as far as to say it's the same with the Axe effects and any of these modelers, that you do feel just the teeniest touch, but they're all the same these days. They're all under 5 milliseconds. So in real terms, I think the software developers are right that you can't really feel it. You just kind of know it's there. You know what I mean? I think you guys know what I mean. It is actually a little bit like, I suppose, a little bit like the sag on a tube amp can be when you're pushing a tube amp and it goes all a bit spongy. It doesn't feel quite as bad as that. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it. So if you haven't tried number 5, I can guarantee you, I've been using my Focusrite 2i2, just checking which model it was, because they very kindly have given me an 8i6 and a 2i2, because I'm a lucky boy, and it's working perfectly. So I'm toying with putting it on the laptop so that I can go and perhaps use it at rehearsals. And my bass player's having a real laugh with me, because Matt's been saying for years, you've got to get into modelers, man. And I've been saying, no, I love my tube amps. I love just going straight into the amp. But no, I think I'm a convert. So really have been enjoying that a lot. Let me go back and see what I'm missing. You've been arguing with yourself, somebody says there. He's in, he's here. Oh, mate. Sorry, I'm just going to go back to Grumpy Mike. Can't pick one over the other. We're two completely different players. Both were awesome in their own right. Mate, couldn't agree with you more, Grumpy Mike. Really couldn't. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Woo! Aaron, you're on with Ben tonight. So really looking forward to seeing that. As ever, likelihood is I'll be watching the replay, dude, unless I do one of my wake up at the last minute and actually, let me turn this light round a bit, there we go, and make it in. But have a great time tonight on Ben's show. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, there we are. And it's lovely to see you, Aaron. Phil says, any chance we could get a repeat of your April Fool's video? You can, man. Do you know why I took that down, actually? The reason being is, well, there were two reasons, actually. I started to see a little bit of a drop-off on subscribers, and I thought, oh no, I've offended people. I've offended them by putting out what was quite clearly and obviously an April Fool's. But the other thing is that 1 minute version is just a shortening of the one I did 2 years ago, because I've got so many new subscribers in those 2 years. I think I've had about another 5,000 or 6,000 in the last couple of years. And so I thought I'll shorten it down. So if you want to see the full video, go back a couple of years to April the 1st and you can see the full version. And that was me and my buddy Joss Allen, who I absolutely adore. He was at GitCon and TGU with me, and he's a lovely guy. He lives literally in the next town from me, so we can't wait to hang out as soon as it's allowed again. In fact, he could come in the garden, but I can't wait until I can get him back in the studio and we can do a video on the sofa together, because he is such a great player. But he played all the guitar on that and I just mimed. It was real fun, but I hope that nobody here got too upset with me that I did that. Tony Smith says, Mike, do you this a glued, I think that might be, do you think a glued set neck is any better than a bolt-on neck in terms of resonance and sound? Well, funny enough, some of the most resonant and sustaining guitars that I've ever played have been Telecasters, and that's why I love them so much. And so, absolutely honestly, no, I actually think sometimes bolt-on necks can have a little bit more resonance and sustain. I think it's very much to do with the joint, the pocket joint, but I don't know whether there's a thing with the glue that maybe the glue absorbs even when it's gone rock hard, because they don't really use hide glue anymore. We use stuff like Type Bond, and I'm not sure that goes off quite as rock hard as the original hide glue with no additives used to go. So it may be that it doesn't crystallize quite as much and doesn't transfer through. But if you get a really good bolt-on, I'll tell you who else does amazing bolt-ons, and that's Friedman Guitars. Because when I was talking to Dave about it at 42 Gear Street, he was showing me and demonstrating how they put 2 stainless steel pins in the neck to prevent it moving. And he said that he also feels that it allows some more resonance to go through from the neck to the body. So it's a really, really good question, Tony. But for me, a lot of the best sustaining and resonant guitars have been Telecasters. So no, I don't think you need a through neck necessarily, or a glue in. Wow, goodness me, lots of you in now. Sorry if I haven't said hello to you. I see Sassy Cat there. Hey, how you doing? Trevor Lock needs that shred pedal. I'm so glad that you didn't mind the joke, brother. It was a bit of fun. Lamb says, even a lot of digital pedals do the same analog to digital conversions and introduce small amounts of latency. Playing pure analog path is still best for response. You're absolutely right, brother. But these days, honestly, you honestly can't feel it that much. So I'm with you on that, though. Tony Smith says, tube amps are really that... are tube amps really that much better than transistor amps? Well, I think we proved something about that last week, didn't we? Because I think, as all of you, all of you, 63% of you sensibly said, it's all about tone. What really matters isn't whether you got tubes or transistors or valves or whatever you want to call them. It's all about how it sounds to you. And if it makes you play and inspires you to play, it don't matter at all. Okay, Janice, how you doing? Good to see you in. I didn't see you sneak in there. Where's Janice? There she is. Hello. Hello. You put a funny comment on one of my videos this week. Have I upset you? Let's have a look. Pete Brown says, what up, my brother? What up to you too, man? Good to see you in tonight, bro. Oh, bless you, Budget Guitar Show. Johnny, that's very kind. He says, happy Easter. If it was not for your channel, I wouldn't have 10 guitars and another coming next week. Man, let me give you one of these for your 10 guitars. Awesome, mate. And we're seeing most of them on the show, on the Budget Guitar Show. So if you haven't been over to check out my buddy Johnny's channel, please do go over and check out the Budget Guitar Show. He is a dude and he's a lovely, lovely guy. So check him out. And again, a big thank you for that, Johnny. Really appreciate that. Oh, and there he goes. He can't resist. Grumpy Mike, bless you, brother. For the tip jar or a pint, your choice, and why not? Happy Easter to you and the family. Well, happy Easter to you and the family. Let me give you one of those to start with, and let's have a drink to you and to Johnny. Cheers, brothers. That is good. A nice beer. Super duper. And very, very much appreciated. Never courted, but always appreciated. Thank you so much, my friends. Really, really kind, and always goes a long way towards either the beer fund or, as it did recently, into buying that £100 guitar for the show. So really appreciate it. Cheers, brother. Right, let me have a, oh crikey, we've got so many comments in tonight with the CGS at the front. If you want to talk to me, do like this and put CGS in there. Hendrix used mainly Marshall amps. I think that was a big part of his sound. You're absolutely right, bro. He did indeed. And then also, in the very early days, so did Eddie. So he was a big fan of the Plexi. Who's saying howdy? Oh, it's Grumpy Mike saying howdy to Albus. Tony Smith saying, are single coil pickups preferable to humbuckers? Oh, you're asking the questions tonight, aren't you, Tony? Right. Okay. When it comes to single coils, they do have a special sparkle, particularly P90s for me. That's my preference. However, obviously they are a little more noisy and slightly less powered because they don't have the two coils. But my favourite thing is to have a humbucker that can be coil split, because then you can have the best of both worlds. So the answer is, don't just go for one tone if you can get them both. There is a slight little downside. There is a small trade-off in having the coil splits, but it's definitely worth doing. And also my buddy Algri has the Chameleon pickups, where he puts a P90, a single coil, a humbucker and a high output humbucker all in the same pickup. So you really can have the best of all worlds. So there's my answer to that one. Right, oh, Terry, bless you, brother. He says, happy Easter, and here's for a lion bar. How did you know I like lion bars, Terry? Let me give you one of these, brother. Always appreciated, never caught it, but always appreciated. Cheers, and a very happy Easter to you too, brother. Thank you. Oh, I'm getting through this beer really rather quickly. So thank you for that, Terry, and I hope, Tony, that answered your question. I have look, we've got Aaron making a comment there as well. He says, P90s are my love. CGS, we love them. We both love them. Excellent. Yeah, awesome. Fret Hustler, hey, how you doing, bro? Good to see you in. He said, I'm a new subscriber. I was about to say just that, my friend. And you bought, and very big welcome. Let me welcome you to the channel. Fret Hustler, great to have you on board, bro. And I'm really glad that you've subscribed. I hope you're enjoying the content. Cheers. Happy Easter. Right. You bought the Katana Mark II Artist as a result of your review, and you love it. That is awesome. I am so pleased. I'm so glad that you enjoy it, because I can't stop playing that amp. Oh man, having said that, this week I've missed it because I've been playing Amplitube, but that was to get ready for the review. I will be back to the, this there it is. I'll be back to that very soon, because I love the thing too. But I'm so pleased that you're enjoying it. Cool stuff. And another big thank you for subscribing. Blackjack Guitar Nut. No, Blackjack Guitar. Let's get it right. Hey CGS and Chatsters, happy Easter. Well, happy Easter to you, bro. Real happy Easter to you. Walled, you are late. I've been waiting for you. Now, what time do you call this? Seriously, man, I don't know. I suppose you've been making videos with your mum again, have you? Don't worry about it, man. Better late than never. It's always lovely to see you in. Right, let me... Oh, what did I miss there? I missed a Scott Guitars super chat. Mate, thank you so much. You guys, you are too kind. Happy Easter, Mike. Have a drink on me, buddy. Well, here's to you, my friend. Let me give you one of those. And a big thank you. There we go. Cheers, brother. I'm getting through this quick enough tonight, I tell you. The only trouble with having a beard and a moustache is it always gets wet when you drink the beer. So I'm always constantly going like this. But thank you, that was really kind. Much appreciate that, Dan. Thank you, my friend, and a big happy Easter to you as well. Let me see. I've got some more questions and then we will get into this. We need to get into it, guys. Hendrix is famous for using a particular chord. Did Eddie have a particular chord which he used a lot and is well known for? And that's a really good point. Eddie had some absolutely incredible chords. He would just, I don't know if he was, in fact I do know, I do absolutely know he wasn't versed in music theory, but what he did is he found some shapes on the guitar that just sounded awesome, and he did a lot of open-y type chords, a little bit like my little chord that I do at the start of my, you know, those sort of things. And Eddie would always have something really incredible. Oh, by the way, I was playing this in the Amplitube video, and I've kind of started to love it with these new Sheptone pickups in it. They really do sound the bomb, and it's certainly helping my heartache at not playing a certain other guitar recently. Anyway, moving on. Let me see. Carlos, hi, managed to catch you live this time. Unfortunately, I'm just waiting to go into work. Came in for a cheer up. Well, I hope I've cheered you up. Great to see you, brother, and thank you for being here. Let me see if there's any more. Oh, crikey, so many questions. Grumpy Mike P90s are my favourite. I only tried them last year. Now I'm hooked. They are awesome. Tony Smith says both Eddie and Jimmy use the whammy bar a lot, which I love. Absolutely. Tony Smith says, Mike, I love Eddie Leeds break on Jackson's beat. Oh, man. That's what he's famous for. Well, I say that's what he's famous for. It's one of the things he was famous for. I understand he didn't get paid for it as he didn't think the song would be a hit. Nothing to do with that. It was the fact that he was friends with Michael Jackson and didn't need the money, didn't charge him because he was honoured to be on the track with him. I believe that's the actual story. But there we go. Dunsy's Guitar World. Hey man, good to see you. You didn't put an at CGS. You hear me with the beard debacle. Love it. Excellent. Black Jack says, Mike, your moustache is a filter. Cheers. Cheers, man. And Grumpy Mike says, the beard and stash, just save a little bit for later. Love it. Absolutely. You're right, boys. You're totally right. John ZD351 says, some of the best times of my life have been while having a wet beard and moustache. That is that's very, very naughty, mate. Well, at least where my brain went, that was very naughty. Oh, you naughty boy. Lamb says, coily cables like Hendrix used have more capacitance and so roll off a touch of the high end and pronounce the mids. Yeah, but it's tiny, man. It really is tiny, but you are right. You're absolutely right. Any extra length of cable adds in capacitance, and as we know, that's why we put a little resistor across the pot to add a treble bleed so that we don't lose all that good stuff. But yeah, good point. I don't think it... I still can't get over that comment. What are you like? Naughty. Janice Lalla says, does that work? I'm on my phone. CGS, does that work? I'm on my phone. I don't understand. What am I missing? What am I can't get that comment out of my head. Janice, explain what you mean, sweetie. I hope I haven't upset you. Tony Smith, Mike, what do you think of the Van Halen guitar? Love it. What more can I say? I love all of his designs, all of his guitars. I haven't got one of the Wolfgangs, but I've played them and they're exquisite. And even the garbage that he put together, which he called garbage himself, with his Frankenstrat, man, what a guitar. Yeah, love his guitars. Dave Lewis says, Dunsey has a lovely Gibson with 3 different pickups in it. I've seen it, man. It's a gold top and it has got a humbucker, a P90 and a mini humbucker in it. And what's more, I was watching him play it this morning and put a comment on his channel because I thoroughly enjoyed it. And guess who sent me there? Dave Lewis. Yeah, you're a bad man. You're a naughty bad man. You really are. I'm only responsible for what I type, not what I think of it. Love it. Budget Guitar Show says, I think people should do like Johnny Thunders, plug in, turn all the dials up to 10 and go for it. I'm with you there, man. I'm definitely a plug straight into the amp and turn it all the way up. Cheers, bro. Oh, hello. My light just went off. Did you see that? Oh dear. I wonder what happened there. Oh, there we go. That's very strange, isn't it? Janice, to tag you CGS on my phone if it tags you, and apparently it does. It does, Janice, it does. Awesome. And it's so lovely to have you in. Oh, MTL, here he comes. He's been lurking and then he jumped straight in with one of those. Brother, thank you so much. Let me give you one of those while we read it. He said, been lurking while getting ready for brunch with friends and family gathering afterwards. Awesome. Happy Easter to you and all who celebrate this day. And likewise, my friend, lots of love and a happy Easter to you as well, my friend. I hope you're all having a really happy holiday. But MTL, love you, bro, and thank you very much for that. Always appreciated, never courted, but very, very much appreciated. Thank you, my friend. Pete Brown says, love my Wolfgang EV8 Strip Series guitars, great guitars. Absolutely, and good evening, Pete. Oh, who else does I see there? RKG Austin, woohoo, good to see you, man. Real good to see you. Right, let's, oh, look at all these comments. Finally in, happy Easter, y'all. Good to see you, Terry. And it's lovely to see Dunsey says, the app doesn't seem to tag the person when using it on live chats on my phone. No idea why. Oh, maybe just putting CGS in works. It seemed to work for Janice. So that's really, really cool. More beer, Phil says. Absolutely. Well, I've been very treated tonight, and thank you everybody that's been really, really kind and shared a super chat. It's never courted, but always appreciated. Dave says, is that one of the new lights messing about? It is, unbelievably. Who was it that recommended these to me? It was John Brown. John Brown recommended these LED lights to, I can't show you, I don't think, without pulling everything down. Oh, I might be able to show you just in the corner of this other. No. Oh, well, just about. But anyway, going back to my point, it was John Brown, the amazing guitar player for Monuments, said to me, get these, they're really, really good. And they have been so far, touch wood. But very, very confused why that one decided to go out a moment ago. Maybe it was just that it slightly pulled the plug out. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Tony Smith, Mike, what other collaborations did Van Halen have? As we mentioned Jackson, but there were many others. Hendrix jammed with many, but I don't think he appeared on others' albums. Oh man, we could do almost a whole show on the other things Eddie did. I tell you what, the best thing to do is check out my little life story of Eddie, Guitar Heroes series. And in there, I've mentioned pretty much all of the other players that he's worked with, but it is hundreds. And Hendrix used to play live with a lot of people. He certainly got up and played live with Cream, and I believe he also was, excuse me, quite thick and as thieves with the Rolling Stones, and I think the Who as well, but don't quote me on that. But check out the Eddie video because you really will enjoy that. I've also done a Hendrix one as well, so we've got the two kings in there, definitely. Right, I really need to get to this video. I can't believe how much chat we got going on tonight. Let me just, that's a for sure, Tony. Van Halen certainly mentioned Hendrix as being a great guitar player. I'm not sure he ever considered him an influence. I don't remember reading that anywhere, but he's definitely mentioned him as a big player in the guitar community. Randy Rowell, woohoo! Good to see you, man. Really good to see you. Right, I'm going to nick over, see how many we got in, how many likes we got. We've got 53 of you watching on Easter Sunday. That is awesome. And 42 likes. I tell you what, I don't think I need to ask you for 45 likes. I'm pretty sure the 45 likes will be there in a tick anyway. So what I want to do is I'd like to go over and play you guys the single one video that I have got together for you this week, which is the question that should never be asked, and that is Eddie or Jimi? Let's do it. Okay, so we went there. It's the question that should never be asked. Jimi Hendrix or Eddie Van Halen? And today we're going to answer that question. But we're also going to have a look at your comments first of all. There were quite a few of them. And we're going to go through those before we announce the vote, the final vote. There were 444 of you voted. So Ian Vincent said, maybe I'm going to say something unpopular here, but whenever I listen to Jimi, I just feel he's overplaying things and the songs would sound better if simplified a little. Okay, I have replied to some of these, by the way. XMG12 says, in terms of influence, being in my 50s, Eddie was ever present on my record player. Jimi, Rory, Eric and all those oldies got the occasional spin. Billy Gibbons was huge for me, but in terms of epiphany moments, Eddie and those acolytes who followed after him. Yep. Perhelion 77. Perihelion, sorry. There's no vote. I always have a different answer for each type of guitar music, so that's my take on who's best type of questions. Fair enough, you were not alone, my friend. D2V Music said, that's a really tough choice, so I must decline my vote. A lot of people declining to vote. Both were so unique and most definitely of their particular era, so I can't pit them against one another. That's why I said we shouldn't pit these two against each other. It's the question that should never be asked. Ramon Manuel Losada Cadiz says, Blackmore. Jimi was great and unique, but I listened to more EVH, to be honest. So that's really a vote for EVH, isn't it? But thanks for your comment on Blackmore. I love Richie Blackmore as well. Fat Philosopher says, that was an easy question to answer. A harder one would be Jimi or Jimi. Yeah, of course, Jimmy Page featuring a lot of things. Although Fat Philosopher doesn't tell me who he voted for. Brad Guitar Miller, I think, came in with the best quote here and reason not to vote. He declined to vote because both were the best of their times, and that's kind of the point I was making, because it's very, very difficult to choose. Jogipo says Eddie was the lost link between Jimi and humans. Love that comment. John ZD351 says, going through the comments seems a considerable amount of people abstained. Perhaps that should have also been an option to choose. We know how many voted for either, but not how many couldn't or wouldn't pick one. That's a very good point. In fact, I think I made that point to you, didn't I? As I said in the question, that was the intention. I got more votes than I expected. Interesting outcome though. Jimi just keeps getting more relevant. Give it a few years and it might even out. So I might be giving away the result now, although you've obviously probably seen it on the page. Shock Me 1994 says, no disrespect to Jimi, but Eddie Van Halen all the way. Cody Morrison missed the point. But yeah, Randy Rhoads is fantastic. Darth Sensei, Hendrix was simply a force of nature. Absolutely. Mac Pro 8 Core Man says, this is easy. Eddie was more of everything. He was a better player, a greater innovator, a better composer, and he inspired more people to pick up the guitar and learn to play. It's not an exaggeration that Edward Van Halen is the Mozart of electric rock guitar. Jimi was spectacular, but Edward was a king. Rest in rock, King Edward. Yeah, I think Eddie was amazing, but I think it's very difficult to put him that far ahead of Jimi. But lovely comment. Guitar Man 128 says, I couldn't vote because these two should never be compared. And I said, that's what I said. Pete Brown says, Hendrix for me, because I heard him first. He was my first guitar hero with a strap between his legs. Then I heard Eddie and thought, did he come from the same planet as Hendrix? Both were way ahead of their time, and like Bach and Beethoven, they'll be talked about way after they're gone. After we're gone, I should say. There are still songs and live clips of both of them where I think, what the hell are they playing? Meaning I still can't figure it out. Hendrix, Eddie, Beck, Clapton, Schenker and Fraley
are why I started to play, and there are numerous inspirations why I play today. So thanks so much for that, Pete, and I do appreciate it and do agree. Beef Heart Lynch says Jimmy, Jeff, Jimmy, David, Richie. Okay, all good, but I can't see Eddie on that list anywhere, so obviously not a big Eddie fan. Hurricane Moon says James Marshall Hendrix, 6 days a week and twice on a Sunday for me. The reason I picked up a guitar, and I'm only 40, I never got into that spandex era. Hendrix and Pagey were my idols. Some cool, man, that's cool. Nuts Testicles says Eddie took what Jimmy did and jacked it up to 11. Awesome. Squirf says Jimmy, Page or Eddie Van Halen. Come on, let's get real. So didn't even figure Jimi Hendrix in that, I'm guessing. Hobo Roadie I should say, said a couple of blokes I would have liked to have met. You and me both, brother, you and me both. BK Pickle said, is there a third option? Was never a fan of either. Oh dear. Well, each to their own, brother, that's all I can say. Fat Philosopher, Eddie or Ingrid would be more appropriate question. Both were great guitarists that played in rather crappy bands. I disagree on both scores. I loved Rising Force. I also loved Ingrid when he was in Alcatraz. And as for Van Halen, one of my all-time favourite bands. But hey, we can agree to disagree, brother. Lamb, Freebird. Somebody had to do it, didn't they? Yetimatsi Nightcat says both. Good answer. Scott Hadley McIntyre says, I'm no fool to be fishing. Colin Traveller, I struggle more to name tracks, even albums by Van Halen, than I can with other bands. To be honest, I always thought Van Halen was overrated. Oh my word. We'll agree to differ on that, but I respect your opinion, man. Mikey Settlemeyer also says, or Mickey Settlemeyer, sorry, neither. Oh my lord. Sandra says Dimebag. I would have thought she'd have said Nigel, but there we go. Yeah, Dimebag was ace as well. BC Rich 581 says Stevie Ray Vaughan and Gary Moore. Of course, love Gary Moore. Kato64 says I grew up with Eddie, but without Jimmy there'd have been no Eddie. And finally, Troy L says Al Di Meola. Another great guitarist, but another one missing the point. So what was the result, we asked? What was the result of this vote? 444 of you came up with Eddie getting 35% and Jimmy way out in the lead with 65%. So there's the answer, folks. It's still Jimmy. And I do, as I said in response to one of the comments, I do feel that will level off in years to come. But Jimmy is such a big influence, and I was kind of expecting this result, even though my personal favourite, as you'll know from my top 10 guitarists of all time, was most certainly Eddie. But I think this is a fair vote. So there it is. Jimi Hendrix still retains the crown. Let me know what you think, folks. We'll discuss it now.
Yes, indeed. And have we been discussing it now? First of all, let me say a huge thank you to my brother, the great Vanzini. Cheers, bro. Thank you so much. Always appreciated, never courted, but very much appreciated. He says, for 3 new strings. Expensive strings, brother, but cheers. I have seen some very cool comments while we were in the middle of that video. Let me go back. First of all, and a big thank you. Oh, well, let me give you one of these, great Vanzini. I do apologise. You get one of those for sure. And thanks again so much for the super chat, brother. Very good point made here. Pete Brown said EVH mentioned Hendrix, Clapton and Beck as influences. Awesome. Yeti Matsi Nightcat says both. You really didn't like being made to choose, did you, bro? Jimmy Page with the Isley Brothers too. Yes, he did, absolutely. Dunsey said he's spending Easter at the Church of Rock and Roll. Woohoo! Great Vanzini. That was a great one. Love Charlie Christian. And so did somebody else somewhere. Johnny says Both have merits, but Hendrix Star Spangled Banner, absolutely, really, really cool. Jimi simply because he was before, but both influenced so many. Absolutely right, Terry. And yeah, it was Hugh Caldwell that agreed with you there, Great Vanzini. Charlie Christian with Benny Goodman. Oh man, now we're showing our age. Love it. Awesome. Yeah, we're all terribly sorry that Eddie's gone, and Jimi, of course. Jimi was first, and EVH growing up in the 80s, it was all about EVH, absolutely. Yeah, BC Rich 581 agreeing as well. Charlie Christian and Wes Montgomery. There we go. Dave says, don't own any EVH albums, but have everything Jimi did. Tall Thin Kev says, yeah, how much was down to the showmanship of Jimi? And he was a great showman, but then think about the leaping around the stage that Eddie did as well. I mean, God. Steve Jones should be in there. Steve Jones was a real showman as well, for sure. Move over, Rover, and let Jimi take over. Sassy Cat is in. Peter Wickens, haven't seen you for such a long time, brother. Really great to see you, and I think we were making plans to get together. Let's resurrect those plans as soon as it's safe, my friend. He says, hey, happy Easter, hope you're doing well. Well, I hope you're doing well as well, man. Really do. They were both gods. You can't have one without the other. There's a lot of that going around. Both, they did what they thought was good. They didn't copy anyone. That is an important point, Ray, and I'm glad I managed to refine that again. Grumpy Mike says, if Jimi had never lived, would Eddie have ever become who he did? Something to think about, definitely. That's a good point as well. I saw that earlier, James. Eddie's biggest influence was Eric Clapton early on. You're with the dime comment, yeah. Well, we perhaps we should do dime bag Daryl videos soon. Scott Guitar says, both fantastic. Jimi was my favourite of the two. Love Prince too. Prince, what a great guitar player as well. Really underrated. Absolutely. If Jimi or Eddie never lived, all the things that they did would have eventually been done by someone else. Though I doubt one person would have done as much as either of them did. Very, very good point. Let's not forget Django Reinhardt, BC Rich, absolutely. Mike Hendrix had a Strat with the Telecaster neck. I've never seen anyone else use that combination. Wow, I can't remember that, but that's really cool. I thought he just played upside down Strats, but that would make a lot of sense. If Jimi could have had a longer career, the conversation might be different. Yeah, let's face it, Eddie did have 65 good years. Jimi only 27. And that was a huge loss. There's no such thing as the best. It's whose style appeals to you most. Taylor 315, you hit the nail on the head. As per the amps last week, this was exactly the point I'm going for, and I've got quite a few of these that I've done specifically to address these kind of issues. It's so subjective, and it's all about what you guys love. If you love Jimi, you love Jimi. If you love Eddie, you love Eddie. If you love somebody else, whatever really floats your boat, guys. That's the most important thing. Really good point. Thank you for that, Taylor 315. Great Vanzini says, thank you, Mike. Well, thank you, my friend. You're very, very kind. Jamal says, Jimmy's the GOAT, greatest of all time. Trevor Locke, without Jimi, a lot of metal bands would never existed. He influenced a hell of a lot of people. He absolutely did. I take what I can from both. I take what I can get from both. Tony Smith says, Mike, Hendrix was a great lyricist and singer. Did Van Halen write any lyrics or sing? He could sing. He was a great singer. His backing tracks were awesome. And I believe he did write some lyrics. Although, I'm not sure he was the main lyricist, to be fair. Jan Ackerman Focus Rules. Right, well, okay, Terry. I don't think he was in the list, but absolutely. Hugh Caldwell, remember Van Halen were not that big in the UK. Well, they were pretty big in my UK, man. I absolutely love them. I saw them live. At Wembley, so really, really enjoyed that. I think they were with Bon Jovi or someone. Fender were thinking of phasing the Strat. Then along came Jimi. Absolutely, yeah. Niels Lofgren influenced Eddie regarding jumping around on stage. Absolutely. Peter says we were. Hopefully we can actually make that happen this summer. We will, brother. We definitely will. I've really got to get together and do some of that guitar stuff with you. That would be really, really cool. So let's make it happen. Ping me another email when we get to the point that we can meet indoors. Let's do that. Paul King says Jimmy sat on a plane with Dave Davis and was influenced by the tone on You Really Got Me. Wow, I didn't know that. I really honestly didn't know that. Janice says, I like the guitarists in this community better. Well, there you go. What a lovely, lovely comment to finish up our comments on Eddie and Jimmy on tonight. So yeah, totally. I like the guitarists in this community as well. And Janice, bless you. And again, I want to know what that comment was. I think you put a comment on my video saying, crappy guitar show. What did I do? What did I do to upset you? I need to know. I'm heartbroken that one of my only ladies that visits my channel might be upset with me. And there's no Sandra tonight and no Emma. You're the only one, so I'm heartbroken. I don't know what to say. I really don't. Anyway, guys, look, we've bounced right on to 51 minutes tonight, and I was going to do a short one because it's Easter and all, but I think it is probably time that I bounce on out of here and let you guys get back to your friends and families. I'm sure that you're all getting together as safely as possible at Easter. There you go, Grumpy Mike saying we like you too. There we are. There we have it. Sean says without Jimmy wouldn't be the same. End of story. Oh, Crap Guitar Show, Old Man Dan is a channel. Oh, I'm so relieved. I am. You cannot know how relieved I am, Janice, that you're not cross with me. I thought I'd done something wrong. I thought you really hated the video or something. Love you, brother, as well. That's Aaron. She might have been referencing me. No, she wasn't. No, there's a... Thank you. Okay. I've got it. Yep, everybody, hopefully you'll get to see Ben at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. And all that really remains for me to say at this point is happy Easter to you all. Happy holidays, no matter what your denomination or religion. And it's absolutely lovely, as always, to hang out with you lot because you absolutely rock. So I hope you've enjoyed it tonight. I hope we answered the question that should never be asked, and I hope you've had fun. I'll be back Tuesday, Friday, and what are we going to stream next Sunday? What are we going to do in this lovely little community? Anyway, for now, I'm going to bounce on out. You take good care.